Have you ever had that light bulb moment? A moment where you're going along in life, just thinking, and then it's like... My aha moment in the health world came from a documentary, and this is what this video is about. It's about documentaries that have changed the way that I think about food, and also videos that have changed the way that I think about food. So when I refer to a light bulb moment, I'm talking about those moments where you're going along in life and then all of a sudden something happens, something changes your life, and you go from what was normal to a new normal. The real reason I want to talk about documentaries as opposed to books is that documentaries is something that's easily accessible to people. And I know books are as well, but when you're trying to give people health advice, a documentary is very appealing because it's only going to take 2 hours of their life at most. And you can jam pack a lot of information into that 2 hours. So that's why I'm talking about documentaries or short videos today. Food Inc. happens to be the one that changed it all for me. Now, my partner introduced me to this movie on a Sunday afternoon. We had nothing to do and it was only 2 hours. Now, Food Inc. is about the industrialization of our food system. It also looks into food labeling laws and also looks into Monsanto. Food Inc. changed it all for me because I could never walk into a supermarket after that and look at it the same. Like, I looked down the aisles and just saw all of these tightly packed shelves and I was just like, how is this food? Like, how did we separate ourselves so much from where our food comes from? And, my partner being a critical thinker taught me to kind of question, where did that box of cereal come from? Or even where did those eggs come from? And they're all questions that should be answered and should be easily answered if we're eating a healthy diet. So if you haven't seen Food Inc., I highly recommend that you go along and see it. So the next movie I'm going to talk about, or doco that I'm going to talk about, is Fat, Sick and Nearly Dead. And I absolutely love this movie. Now, I've seen it over 10 times and, it has exactly what I hope my video channel to be about. It's fun, it's informative, and it shows you the basics of what juicing can do to change your life. Now, it stars a man called Joe Cross, who's an Aussie, and he resides down in Sydney. And he basically changes his life through a 60-day juice fast. And from that, he rids his gut, which he looks very good at the end of the movie, and he also stops taking all of the drugs that he's taking for his autoimmune disease. You'll also meet a character in there called Phil, who loses a lot of weight as well, and it's just such an inspirational and uplifting story. Especially if you're an Aussie, go and see it, but it's such a good movie and doco, and one that I think a lot of people have been inspired to start juicing with. And it certainly is what inspired me to start juicing. And, as my friends know, I'm a little bit of a juice advocate now, so get along to see that one. So the last category for this is more videos, but I really wanted to mention TED Talks. TED Talks is something I love, and it's free, and you can get onto it just as the same way as you would YouTube. Now, TED Talks, they cover a variety of areas, whether it's nutrition, business, inspirational videos, gardening, technology, can be anything. So it's a really good kind of library of videos where experts deliver certain information. Now, there are 2 videos that really stand out to me personally, and there's heaps of videos on there, but these 2 are ones that I constantly go back to for inspiration and motivation. The first one is called A Stroke of Insight, and it's by a lady by the name of Jill Bolte. It's a very inspirational and uplifting video. In terms of educational material, there's not too much in it, but if you want to walk away with goosebumps and going, I've got to live my life better, this is a really good video to watch. And she's basically a brain scientist who ends up having a stroke herself, so she can kind of see and understand what's happening as she's having the stroke. A really beautiful video, and I highly recommend that you watch this one. The second video is one that I'm sure lots of people have seen maybe over the news, but maybe haven't watched the whole video. And this is the commencement speech by Steve Jobs. One of my all-time favorite videos, because every single time I watch this video, there's just always something different that resonates me depending on where I am at that point in my life. And he just says it with such, grace. He says it with such, I don't know, you can just feel that he has such passion inside of him. And the words are just beautiful. I've, printed this transcript from this speech, and, I read it on days where, maybe I'm feeling a little unmotivated. So I definitely recommend that you save this one on your bookmarks. And what I'll leave you with this is just a little snippet of the speech that he does that's on TED Talks.
Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart.
So there you go, guys. There's 4 videos and documentaries for you to check out. Now, obviously, I know there's many, many more, and many that have probably touched your lives. So in the comments below, leave me a note or leave me a comment on what your light bulb moment was. If it was a documentary that changed it for you, what was it? What documentaries do you recommend to people to see? Or what inspirational videos are they missing out on? We'll send some good vibes into the universe for everyone. So down below, also subscribe. We're doing weekly videos here now. Head on over to my Facebook page and come and say good day. I love hearing from people. And most importantly, stay happy and stay healthy, and we'll see you next time. Bye. I can see your eyes just behind the camera. Oh, I nearly got to the end too. We can do that next time.